What was
we would.
You made it really interesting with your restarts and everything.
So that's frustrating. I got to work on. I don't know, man. It happened to me at Pocono. It's happened to me a couple places, and it's like today was a little bit of. I think we had a little different throttle linkage. It was a new car. I don't know if there was something different with throttle linkage. And then it's like if I'm not perfectly crisp, maybe I need a longer shifter or something. I don't know. I got to look at that. But it's weird. It's like it only happens when I'm getting hit really, and I wasn't getting the best restarts because I was struggling. So I've just got to figure out what's going on there. And I think we could have been a lot better, top 3 car, top 2 car, if I could just get off the line there on the restart.
So what's this like? 8 weeks from now, you could be a series champion after somebody who, for most of a decade couldn't get
it right. This means a lot. It means a lot to give Big Machine Racing their first playoff berth. What an honor, for a young racing team to just go through the progression it has, led by Scott Borchetta and everyone at Spike Light Coors. And it's like you could see it this year, right? Like come halfway through, we just started clicking it off, executing. Things came gelled, and suddenly it was like we should be a part of the playoffs. And so I just knew coming in here, if we just did what we've done for the last 12 weeks, and execute, we're going to go to the playoffs, sure enough. And so now I'm thinking, hey, what if we did this the next 8 weeks? That would be awesome. We find ourselves waiting for a championship in the Championship 4. So today was definitely the most nerve-wracking race, but I'm so excited to have gone through this because I felt like this pressure throughout the day felt like what it's like to race for a championship. And when I'm running the wall with at every point of this race, I was not doing a game of inches, I was doing a game of centimeters, and never made a mistake. And I thought that was pretty awesome.
What's this like to do for Scott? I mean, like you said, new team and what he's gone through this year and what kind of support?
Yeah, no, for Scott, for what he's gone through, my goodness, to see him here hanging out with us on the pit box, walking around is an amazing sight. Just so grateful that he's made such an amazing recovery, such a speedy recovery. If you knew the guy like I do, you wouldn't be surprised. He's incredible. But, to have him here, I said on the radio after the race, I think we found our lucky charm. He's going to have to come to every race for the next 8 weeks. So I'd be more than happy to have him every week. It means the world. I know I didn't think 3 or 4 years ago I'd even ever be in a race car full time if I was even going to continue racing. And to now be a playoff driver in the Xfinity Series is a bit surreal. I don't know if it'll sink in, but the other part of me is like, hey, time to lock in, time to continue doing what we're doing. Let's go run for a championship.
Is that what
it
happened?
Just bounced out of gear. So that happened. Same thing happened to me at Pocono. It happened to me twice today. So that was a little odd. It usually only happens once, and then I'm just like slam it in. So I just got to look at that. We'll dissect it and try and figure out what I'm doing wrong, or a little. The only thing I'll say is I was struggling a little bit with our throttle linkage today, and so that was maybe a little different in this new car, and so we'll have to look at that.
Was there any part of like, oh my gosh, that Herbst Scott involved in it? That's.
I'm sorry. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. That sucks, and I obviously would never there's no way I could pull that off intentionally. I don't know. That's racing. I've been in plenty of things this year. New Hampshire, I got destroyed on a restart in 15th place, and none of my own doing. So, that sort of thing happens.
During the closing laps, how often was the thought of there were so many cautions at the start of the race? It's been a while since there's been one. How often did that go through your head?
Well, I was the biggest John Hunter Nemechek fan on the planet. As I saw the 9 fire off, I was like, oh no, we've done all we should do on points. We're so close. I don't think I could beat the 20, but the 9 looks like he might. And then he obviously, the 20 was just dominant. But I was definitely rooting for no caution. I knew I could get the 21. The 2 kind of crept up on us and took third. I really wanted third place, but I had to be, that last run, I had to just be smart, really, really smart. And so I drove the smartest race I thought I could drive that put us in position to not have anything stupid happen, keep us the highest position if we get a late race restart, and go on in the playoffs.
Thank you.
This is Daniel Hemrick, driver number 11, Collie Griggs Chevrolet. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, check out one of those 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.